goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always had a black holes. Whoa, 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 whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block hoes. They be being shitty, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.
Hey y'all, happy Friday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Friday, baby. It is Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the mothers in the building. Okay, listen, it's our weekend, y'all. Don't stress yourself. Don't do too much. Don't wash no dishes. Don't cook. If you got a family, let them cater to you. Because I know I will. I already told him I'm not doing nothing. My son came in from school. Well, one of them, he was like, Ma, what you cook today? I said, didn't I just tell y'all I wasn't doing nothing this weekend? It's Mother's Day weekend. I cook dang near every day for y'all. Y'all can cook for me, okay? Both of my sons know how to cook. Well, my 12-year-old, he know how to do a little something, but my 17-year-old can cook full meals, baby. But anyways, hey y'all. I missed y'all. I didn't go live yesterday because I was working on that premiere. Y'all, when I tell y'all it's gonna be a big one and it's gonna be good. I got 8 minutes left of editing. It's almost an hour long. And y'all know I tell y'all all the time how time consuming these videos are. These premieres are very time consuming, especially one this long. So God spared. Now, if I wouldn't have jumped on this live, I could have finished it probably within the next 30 minutes. But I said, let me go live because I don't like to fall behind and then miss out on content. And then my revenue start dropping and I falling out the algorithm. We ain't got time for that, baby. We ain't got time for that. So I said, let me hurry up and do a little quick one, too. Nobody live. The streets is dry and quiet right now. That's surprising. Y'all know anytime it get quiet like this, a storm is brewing, okay? So we gonna sit back with our popcorn and our wine and see what happens. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab my eye drop. Temperature dropping though, cause our weather didn't change again. What was I saying? Yeah, y'all. It ain't too much going on, but I'm gonna be dropping that premiere. I hope I can push it out tonight. Cause once I finish editing it, I'm gonna have to upload it to my phone. Then I'm gonna have to upload it to YouTube, and that's gonna take a little while. So, I might just drop it in the morning. We'll see what happens though. Let me see who we got up in here. All these beautiful people. We got 232 in the building so far. Y'all come in slowly but surely. Let me see. Let me go to the top. Hey, I'm chosen, sweet queen. Shout out to you. Thank you for holding down the chat per usual. Gemini Rising, Simply Royalty, Miss Jeanette. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all came in and left out because y'all know I'm always late, child. But If y'all coming a little later, then just know I shouted y'all out when I seen y'all name in the chat in the beginning. Hey Toya Wicks. You say happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers. May your weekend be filled with lots of love and laughter. May God continue to bless you all. Right back at you, my love. Hey Miss Patricia. Hey Shay. Hey Miss Linda. Miss Gloria. Who else we got? Lot of business in the building. Just giving Sleepy saying anything for him to not have to get his kids. I mean, with Booger Boy putting hands on Laonya and her son and still have Jai around those kids. Isn't that child neglect? Child, listen. Listen. Hey, Miss Angela B, Latoya Jackson, Miss E, Miss Simone. We got Miss Katina, Miss Tracy, Miss Linda. Who else? Miss Darlene, Blessed Beyond Measures. Ruby Dixon in the building. It don't matter. It's only one Fatima. Or is it Fatima? Who else? Let me see. Miss Beverly. We got Courtney, Miss Geraldine, corporate thugging with Mika in this. Shout out to you. I was listening to your video. I said, let me find out I got everybody saying bruise. You better monetize, girl. Okay? Because if you say the other way, they definitely gonna get you. So Pac then created a whole new word, child. We gonna get the bag by any means necessary. I was laughing my butt off though when I heard her say I say, look how she said it just like me. Hey, Tokyo Blue. Who else we got in here? Hey, Miss Dee Dee. Hey, Diva Doll. Hey, Jaquita. Who else? Who else? Y'all in the formalities. Miss Bonda, Miss Patricia, Miss Angela Dickerson, Miss Green Eyes in the building, Miss Linda Mosley Rise. Okay. We got Miss Mary Flowers. We got Miss E. Let me see, my bro Terry. Shout out to you for coming through with the copyright and fair use. Thank you, Miss Geraldine, for the super chat blessing, my love. Starting off the super chat party. Shout out to you. Thank you for your support. Hey, Miss Donna. Hey, Miss Yolanda. Hey, Miss Mel Mel. Sweetly favorite Infinity Lips and Lashes. Steph's Puff and Stuff. Jazz So Jazzy. Miss Shalene. LaShawn. Lakeisha. Miss Rhonda. Real Talk Vibes in the building. We got Miss Gwen. You say the intro needs to be played on the radio. Y'all, if y'all when I say y'all my homegirl, like she can really sing. Like she be playing with her gift, but she can really sing, y'all. And she do it so just so effortlessly. Like a lot of people mistake me and her because we talk a lot alike. So hey Michaela, hey Miss Cheryl, hey Miss Lena, hey Natia. And that's why I say a lot of y'all be asking me where to find it. That's something that she did on her phone. Literally, she made that on her phone. Yep. Hey, Miss Jackie. Hey, Tyrese with the T. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Jazzy Red. Miss Rhonda. Who else? Let me see. Let me see. Queen K in the building. CC the Queen. Miss Rebecca Belton. We got. Hold up. Miss Jackie Henderson. Um. Did I miss anybody? You changed me, Miss Lynette. Let me see. The streets quiet, Park, but not on my block. I'm loud and proud over here. They definitely quiet. You've been pushing that content out though. You should get monetized in no time. Hey, my dream star. Hey, awesome. Hey, Miss Sherilyn. Same to you, my love. Shout out to CC the Queen for grabbing up that membership. Welcome to the Grown Woman Pack. Listen, it's a lot of content over there. Speaking of memberships, y'all. I was supposed to do a members only live today. Was I? Did I say I was doing this? Yes, for the drawing, for the our Mother's Day drawing, y'all. But I couldn't because my son had his ring ceremony today. So we've been ripping and running with that. So what I'll do is I'm gonna either do it tomorrow or on Mother's Day morning, like a little quick one too. Just do the drawing and get it over with. But I'm shooting for tomorrow. I should have never said that word. Lord have mercy. YouTube, you know what it is. More than likely it's gonna be tomorrow, y'all. Cause I gotta put the names on the wheel. So Y'all just bear with me because y'all know I be having so much going on and trying to squeeze everything in it. But just bear with me. But we will either be tomorrow or Mother's Day morning. So got that out the way. I didn't want to forget. Hey Miss Cynthia, hey Miss Isadora, Jubilee in the building, Sandman, Malibu Genie, Baby. What's up, y'all? Look at God is in the building. Okay. Thank you, CC the Queen, for that super chat blessing. Well, super sticker blessing. Hey, Miss Duncan. Hey, Miss Valencia. Hey, Miss Ramona. Christina. Christmas. Who else? Brandy. Miss Jackie. We got my girl Caramel. Miss Beverly. Michelle the Bell. Chosen by God is in the building. Miss Lolita. Admire me. Okay. Look at y'all. Y'all deep in here. Hey, pretty green eyes. Okay, I'm gonna stop there, y'all, because I don't want y'all to get on me. But just know this live wasn't scheduled. So normally when my lives are not scheduled or I don't have too much on, the dialogue folder, I'll shout out at more people. But yeah, that's why I did a lot of shout outs today. So don't jump on me about it, okay? I just like talking to my people. All right, let me see. If I miss anybody, y'all, charge it to me trying to get into the dialogue and not to my heart, okay? I love you all, I swear, and I appreciate the support. It is greatly appreciated. But yeah, y'all, so if y'all remember, we was on live, not yesterday, because I didn't go live, but the day before that, and I started getting a bunch of messages. And in those messages, somebody sent me them charges, child, which is real crazy and hypocritical because he been over there popping big dog ish all on RH's NUT not you. Oh Lord, let me slow down because I'm gonna say something crazy. But y'all know all on the sack about this man filing contempt against their shared baby mama, but you put charges on her back in the G. Was it 2015? Hold on, let me verify the date, child. I didn't want to put it on the screen, y'all. Y'all know normally I present it, but it ain't nothing to present, to be honest. Because it ain't nothing but a little hold on, let me pull it up. It ain't really nothing to present because the only thing they got on there is let's see. So it was filed on April 27th, 2015. And let's see, case status 4/15/2025. She was charged with harassing phone call and using electronic mail or communication to send. And I'm guessing it's THREAT. It don't say it, but that's the only code that I know of when it comes to using electronic mail communication. But it's real hypocritical and ironic that you over here constantly going at this man um for clout and motion because that's all it is because the man went in your comments and told you y'all could talk like men, but you carried on your platform because we know what time it is, baby. We know what this is about, right? But you put charges on her too. So do we I just don't like the hypocrisy, y'all. I don't like the selective outrage where we gonna put everything on this man. This man don't get a pass for nothing. He don't get a pass because it was in the past. He don't get a pass period. But when it comes to the other baby daddies, oh, that was in the past. Oh, they forgave and moved on. Oh, they took account. First of all, how we know they forgave and moved on? Just because they said it? Just because they said it? We don't have to take their word for it just because they getting along all of a sudden. No. Especially without receipts. We ain't seen no video of them forgiving each other, taking accountability and all of that. Because if I could recall on that co-parenting video that was done amongst the two, when people were in the comments asking, and I feel like that should have been shared because everything else has been shared. Why not tell your audience what he did in the past and what you did in the past to get y'all to this point? Like, why not tell people that? Why not let them know that's transparency? Because she says she's transparent. Oh, I'm always transparent and honest with my supporters, and that's why I put my business on the internet for transparency because I know it can help somebody. Child, bye. But when it comes to Sleepy, we ain't gonna say everything he did. And now I'm starting to believe that the reason why his business is not being disclosed because she got skeletons in her closet too, especially according to these charges. Because when we watched that video she put out on TikTok about him, y'all, she was victimizing herself per usual, right? Per usual. She was victimizing herself. Oh, he did this. It was even a point where she had to stop and cry. And child, it was a whole hot mess and a half. It was holes all in the story. It went from never speaking to him again to her popping up to him in his wife house. So because she's trying to co-parent so he could see the kids. Child, only a fool would believe that. That whole story was full of holes because how did y'all even get to that point? How you go from him banging on the windows and scaring your son to you saying you stopped talking to him, you gave it up, you just say F him, F it, period, whatever. And then you in the midst of that, no context. And then I just popped up at his house one day at him and his wife's house and he just randomly sick pit bulls to prove to his wife that them cheering wasn't his. Like what? Listen, I'm telling y'all, when people being deceptive, you just gotta listen to them talk, okay? When people are being this, because the truth stands alone. You ain't gotta do too much when it's involving facts and truth, right? But when somebody is being deceptive with their words, with their story times, just listen to them. I mean, logically, really, really sit down and listen and pay attention, and you gonna see the signs, the red flags. You gonna sense the deceptiveness. Something is gonna be there. Because, like I said, it was a whole bunch of holes in that story. Like, how y'all go from this to this, and then from he's telling me he want to be with me, but no, because he's married. Da, 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 da. Like, none of that story made sense. And the only reason why, because people always say, I see people always saying, well, y'all don't believe her about RH, but y'all say y'all believe her about Janashas and Sleepy. The difference is it was a lot of inconsistencies involved in the storyline when it comes to the husband, plus no receipts. And when it comes to baby daddy number one, Sleepy, he himself said on a podcast that when somebody asked him, it was on a ridiculousness, whatever that's called, episode, and somebody asked him about the pit bull situation and this and that. And you know what his response was? Well, that's in the past. We forgive and we move on. Da, da, da. That was his response. Not, oh, I didn't do that. Oh, she lying. He said that was in the past. So, in my opinion, that's an admission of guilt. Period. And when it comes to Janostrals, we seen the text messages, we seen the scratch on the neck, all of that. Even though he didn't come online and admit to anything, he just stayed silent like he doing right now. But it's actual proof to back up the allegation. Okay, that's the difference, y'all. That is the difference. I hate that my coffee get cold so fast. That is the difference. And that's why you can't that's why you can pick and choose what you want to believe when it comes to her story. Because of that. I wouldn't believe nothing she says without a full receipt. I ain't gonna even just say receipt because we've seen in the saga that it was a lot of times half ASS receipts were given to where RH had to come out himself and put out the remainder of the receipt. Because I remember a time specifically where she was on Instagram, her and Ayana, and she had bought some little silk little, they was real wrinkled, but it was some silk little pajama sets for her and her girls. But the live she did, it was only her and Ayana in the live. And that was around the time when that Beyonce song, I think it was Weta, the remix version from TikTok, they was dancing to that. And RH had called her on the phone, y'all. But she decides to hit the live button and the record button once it started getting heated. But guess what? What she didn't know is that RH hit the record button from the beginning of the call. So she ended up dropping that call, or shall I say, she got her people to drop that call. And then RH said, "Give me that. Hold up." And he dropped the whole thing on his YouTube. And it might still, well, he probably deleted it because they had to remove all these stuff. But yeah, that's what we've been dealing with. Hold on, y'all. The weather is changing, the temperature dropping, and my voice is changing. I hate that. It never fails, y'all. Anytime the weather starts changing, the temperature starts dropping, I start losing my voice. I don't know what that means, what it is, child. And it only do that when I get on live, like when I start talking a lot. That's the only time it happens to me. So if y'all say if y'all don't hear nothing, that's because I mute if I got a cough or anything like that. But I be muting or if my voice start cracking or whatever, that's why. And then I'm anemic too, so I get cold fast. But that's what we've been dealing with. Like so, and I feel like when you presenting yourself as a victim, right? You shouldn't have nothing to hide. It was stuff like that would be red flags for the people that was surrounding the saga. You should not have nothing to hide when you're presenting yourself as a victim. Transparency is key. So when you posting half ASS receipts to keep your character clean, that's not good. That's not good because it I feel like the victimness points more so towards the husband because he will post the full receipt in its entirety. And that's crazy. Like y'all, it was people like, oh, she's a victim, she's this, she's that. But the victim is hiding stuff. Why? Why is the victim putting out half ASS receipts? If she ain't got nothing to hide, because when you're a victim, you're a victim, right? When you're a victim, you're a victim. You ain't gonna be on audio, do sup, or antagonizing who you're claiming to be your abuser. You ain't gonna be on video crying and carrying on, passing right by the man who you claim abused you, lying to 911. You ain't gonna be doing none of that. Because we all know, and it was a lot of points in the saga where people was like, well, victims fight back too. And that's true. That's true because you can be in situations where you have no choice but to fight back. But we don't antagonize. That's one thing that I can say, and I'm pretty sure anybody, all of y'all will agree, especially if you've experienced DV, if you're a victim or a survivor, whatever. I'm pretty sure we all can agree and say that victims do not antagonize who they claim to be their abuser. That's one thing we can definitely agree upon as a whole. Ain't no victim in antagonizing. No, you don't do that. Because when you say victim, you're supposed to be scared, right? In fear for your life. Like you don't start antagonizing the man you say been abusing you for 6 years. Whether it's behind the scenes or online, it just don't happen. That was a DEAD giveaway right there. It was so many red flags. So when y'all say, uh, y'all don't believe her and this is why women don't speak out. Da, 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 da. No, it's not that. And I feel like it's because of women like her. She gives DV victims a bad name. She's the reason why women don't speak out. It ain't because of us. It's because of her. Especially when you can start sensing deceptiveness when it's some lies being given. That's what gives DV victims a bad name. Lying on men because we mad. That's not cool. That ain't cool. And now you got all of these women out here hating your ex-husband. It ain't genuine hate. They hate him off of the lie because it came from that one lie you told in October of 2022. They wasn't hating that man before that. We didn't see none of that going on, all that hate in the comments and this and that. None of that was going on until she brought that lie to him. And she could have kept that to herself, child. And we all know she wanted that man. This is why I can't wait to drop this video. Ooh, this video. Y'all, this video so pressure. This gonna be my best one yet. And y'all know I done had some good premieres. This is going to be my best one yet. I promise you. I was making a video like, ooh, 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 ooh. I found a receipt. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all. I ain't want to tell y'all what it is. But when I tell y'all, I was looking back in my receipts. Because what I was going to do with this video is I was just going to drop all the audios. Like all the audios we done heard, in reference to the saga. I'm like, let me just put out a little reminder. Like, let me drop a little 1, 2 with the quickness, just a little 1, 2 to remind the ones who they forgot and for the ones who just coming in, let me put that out because I've been seeing a lot of comments where people are speaking prematurely or uneducated on the saga, and that's what warranted me doing that premiere. But as I started making it, y'all, I'm going through my receipts, and I tell y'all, it ain't nothing but God. Nothing but God. Because something just happened in the saga. I ain't going to say what it was, because if I tell y'all what it was, I'm going to give up the receipt. And I want y'all to watch the premiere to see. But something just happened in the saga, and how ironic it is that I'm looking through these receipts, and I wasn't even supposed to stumble upon it. And I was like, wait, I'm listening to the audio and I'm like, hold on, what did she just say? Let me play that back. I'm like, I know you lying. And I never caught that. I said, oh my God. Y'all gonna be like, what? When y'all see, I'm telling you what. Watch when I drop it. It's gonna be good. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Let me go up just a little bit. Thank y'all for the super chat blessings. I see y'all coming through with them. Y'all know once I start talking, baby, that's the wrap. I don't be paying attention to the comments. But let me pull this up because I did tell y'all that I was going to pull up the wait, I gotta put it on the screen first. I was gonna pull up that fake doctor's note. And if we got any uh medical professionals in the chat, you are definitely needed for this segment. Even though I feel like you don't even need to have experience in the medical field to see that this is some BS. Okay? You just gotta have basic common knowledge, child. Oh, I forgot to do my disclaimer. Hold on, y'all. If anybody would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash at me at $Lupac1. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to all my coffee people. It is greatly appreciated. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker, even though y'all do that anyways. Big shout out to y'all for the support. It is greatly appreciated. You could I do have a goal set. It's not mandatory, but it is greatly appreciated, y'all. I swear. I'm gonna love y'all regardless. Whether y'all meet my goal or not, I'ma still love y'all. Because y'all still supporting, period. Okay? You can also support by getting a membership. Shout out to all the members. Days 1, 2s, and 3s, the new members, the old members. Shout out to all of y'all. That support is also greatly appreciated. And make sure y'all watching them ads. Please, y'all. I cannot stress this enough. And y'all gonna hear me say this every live stream. That's how important it is. Watch them ads, baby. That's how we get paid. Okay. That's how we get our little coin. And hit the like button. It's free. That part of the segment is free. You can't beat free. Free 99. All right. Let me see. Thank you, Miss Valerie. Hey, Sassy M. I see somebody else snuck in here. Scorpio Steam. Shout out to you. You said I said the same thing when I saw her throw that water and slap the head off. It was Powerade or Gatorade. It was Gatorade. Yep, it was Gatorade. Hold on, y'all. Don't slam it. Just close it. Okay. Um. Yeah, that was Gatorade she threw on him. And don't you know they tried to say he threw Gatorade? Because I this is the crazy part. I still see people. This is how you know people just run with anything instead of trying to go get the facts for themselves. They take stuff hearsay and run with it. If you've been in this saga, you know this saga is surrounded by deception, surrounded by lies. Lies have been covered up. People have been the man has been framed. It's not. It, there is a very small amount of morality in this saga and integrity. And I like to say I'm one of those people, okay? Because I ain't doing nothing on here. There is no amount of money that would make me sacrifice my morality or my integrity. How I was brought up. Because my mama be on my live sometimes. No, damn. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. But she will call me in a hot minute if she hears something she don't like. But she don't play, y'all. But I just don't get it. Like the receipts are out there. Sweet Mind did a whole takeover video and broke down the Gatorade portion that was being thrown out there. Oh, you know, he threw Gatorade on her. Okay, if he threw Gatorade on her, why is it that in the video his clothes is drenched? Please help me understand that. If he threw Gatorade on her, why is it that when the camera went back on him, he had Gatorade all over his clothes? She had like a probably a drop or two, probably from throwing it on him, and it splashed back. But you could tell who was drenched in Gatorade. He had to literally change his clothes. The video is still out there. Matter of fact, it's in my premiere. But make it make sense. They still be throwing out things. "Oh, well, he said, how far did I drag you?" That's him admitting. No, see that right there in particular is something where I feel we would have to agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. They're taking it as him saying, "Well, I must have dragged it if I'm asking how far did I drag you." But we're taking it as sarcasm. Like if I drug you, how far did I drag you? You can clearly hear it in his voice. So that's something that can't be proven. It can't we I wish I would take her word for it. Child, after she tried to frame this man, is y'all crazy? Make it make sense. If we're calling out the bruise in this situation and we going off of the actual receipts that are out here, guess who it points to? Guess who it points to when it comes to physical? Her. Because it ain't but a handful of receipts. And it's only one video. They also like to bring up the video where he busts through the doors. Oh my God, he busts through the door. Okay. Like, was anybody harmed in the making of that video? Like, y'all gotta make it make sense, y'all. It's almost like these people act like they never been in a heated argument with their significant other. That's the part I'm not understanding. Like, heated arguments didn't start till the Latroops. Is that what we saying? Because that's how they make it seem. They continuously push the goalpost and try to make it something that is not. It's a never ending saga. It's like the never ending story, child. Constantly pushing the goalposts. Anytime we rebuttal something, we debunk something, they pushing something else up. That makes absolutely no sense. And I could respect it more if they would actually say, okay, well, we're going to be on RH about this, about their imperfect, toxic marriage. Then we got to call out the present. You know, I could respect it more if they was on that type of time. We're going to call out who she's currently dealing with. Ain't that something? She's still in the relationship with the one she accused of choking and spitting on her. Are y'all serious? Like we ain't just seen her post a video of her and baby girl dancing in his kitchen. Make it make sense. And I feel like people try to use the excuse, oh, well, he didn't take accountability. He didn't apologize. One, yes, he did. Those receipts are out there also. Those, let's not forget, he was the one who made the post to try to bring both sides together, and she commented on it and shared it, but deleted it shortly after. Also, the video, y'all seen Dawn played a video earlier where he was literally telling people to leave her alone. She cannot handle the internet. The opinions is crazy. Da, 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 da. So does that not count? Because please tell me the last time she apologized without a but behind it, a BUT. I'll wait. Because anytime I see her apologize or fake accountability, it always involves throwing or placing blame. And that's not real accountability or an apology. You can't place blame. You have to take when you take accountability, you take it 100%, meaning no other parties involved, only responsible for your action. So if you say I did this, I apologize for this, but what? No, that's what we see. And of course, the ones who don't know true accountability gonna take that and run with it. Oh, she was the only one to apologize. She moved on. Da, 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 da. Child by. If she did, she wouldn't still be subbing. This is crazy. Let me see. Thank you, Miss Beverly, for that super chat. Blessing my love. Thank you, Miss Green Eyes. Say it, Pop. I'm a say it, girl. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love. Hey, SC Island. Hey, Casserelle. Hey, Erin. Candy Girl in the building. Crystal. Let me see if I can get down to the bottom. Um, of these comments, I can put this screenshot up. I mean, this fake doctor note, y'all. Like, I just don't understand it. Key say never heard an apology to Robert from her. Okay, I'm not saying that girl's name. Y'all know we don't give nobody no clout over here. No, she was lying because that live made her look dumb. Hey, discussion boy. Hey, Miss Amina, Miss Amelia. Same to y'all. Happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers again in the chat. Big shout out to us. Okay. She didn't. She never apologized. Let me take that back. She did. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me say she did do this. I'm gonna give her this, y'all. But I can say but in this situation because I seen the behavior. She apologized. She did apologize to RH under a post, right? But when you apologize and you go back to dragging him and putting his business out on the internet, you basically what that mean, y'all? What it mean when you apologize and then you go right back to dragging him? Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, you are this and you that, and I apologize. Da, 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 and then putting his private picture on the internet. Child, come on now. We got to make it make sense. We got to make it make sense. I do have it, but I'd have to look for it. I don't feel like looking for it, child. Thank you, Miss Webb, for that coffee, my love. Shout out to you. D Ham in the building. D Ham, let's talk about it. Shout out to you, bro. All right, let me pull this up, y'all. Let me pull it up so we can dissect it. Where's all my medical professionals at? All right, as y'all can see, this was the and this was given to her people who puts out information, right? You know, the same person who said they've been quiet the whole time, and also the same person that says she don't have to put out nothing. She got people that'll do it for free for her, right? And also the same person that was on audio with RH saying that she tells her friends what to do on the internet. Okay, all of that is provable. I have the receipts to back it up. Yeah. So this was put out by her people because they had the stamps on it. I scratched the stamps out, of course. I scratched it out, but this is the doctor's note, y'all. The information. Da, da, da. And if y'all remember the when we went over the police report on the last live that I did, one of the things that I told y'all to pay attention to was the timing of it all, right? The police came out, police was dispatched, I don't know if they was dispatched at 10:35 a.m. or they made it there at 10:35 a.m. But that was the time that was on the police report, 10:35 a.m. on the incident report, right? So I gave a time frame because we didn't know the exact time frame that the altercation took place between RH and Laonia. So I said between 8 a.m. and 10:15 because police was dispatched or the time on the incident report said 10:35 a.m. So if her finger allegedly was sprained because it wasn't broken, sprained um in the morning between 8 and 10:15 a.m., why is it that you didn't go to the hospital until 4:03 p.m.? 16:03 is 4:03, y'all. Why is it that? Who has a broken finger? Because she claimed her finger was broken, right? That's what she said. Her finger was broke, breaking bone. It didn't go this far until breaking bone, right? So, if first of all, I asked people the other day, I said, y'all, Google and see how much time does it take for you to feel pain or for your finger to swell once it is broken? Because that was the claim, not sprained or none of that. Broken. And some people said 10 minutes. Some people said immediately. I don't think that I don't think that somebody can go hours, almost a whole day, and then not realize, and that's even putting your adrenaline into the fold. That's even putting that into the fold as well, because when your adrenaline is high, you don't feel nothing until after it calms down, right? That's that included also. 10:35 was the police situation. 4:03 p.m. for the hospital. Something in the milk ain't clean. That's a immediate red flag. Because I know if I have something broken, baby, I'm going to the hospital as soon as I feel it immediately. Immediately. I'm not going to wait until that evening. Like, just hold on, y'all. Oh, Lord, I got Ham warming my coffee, y'all. Hopefully she don't drop it. Ham got it. She said, I know how to do it. Press one on the microwave. There you go. Hey, Miss Juanita, same to you, my love. Miss Amelia said a broken bone swells immediately, just like a sprain, but a sprain hurts quicker and worse than a. I don't know. I done had a broken bone before, and I done had a sprain. I done had a pulled muscle, and I would say that broken bone is a different type of animal. Okay, that's just me personally. I guess it depends on your pain tolerance and all of that, y'all. It just depends on you as a person, like how your body is, how you heal, and all of that. So, but eh, that don't give red flag to y'all. The fact that she didn't go to the hospital till that evening, and it supposedly happened that morning, like that ain't. And RH even did a video. He did a reaction video to the video of everything going on, and he was like pointing out. He was like, "Pay attention to her finger. Watch the hand. She's typing on the phone with the hand. She's grabbing the staircase with the hand. She's grabbing her dad with her hand." He pointed all of that out. He point he pointed all of that out. So, and not to mention, if you refer back to my last live, she didn't mention her finger to the police at some point. Because here's the thing, right? This is even taking adrenaline into the account. She called 911. She still had to wait for the police to get there. And once the police got there, they talked to her. At some point in the midst of that, she would have felt if her finger was injured. But if you look at the incident report, she didn't mention her finger. The only thing she mentioned, she said her husband struck her on the top of the head with a toe. Bop, bop. That's what she said. That's it. Who leaves something out like that? And you could say, because they like to say, let me beat them to it. Because they like to say, oh, well, she could have been protecting him and covering for him. Well, if that's the case, when you cover for somebody, you're not going to call the police. Correct me if I'm wrong. You ain't going to call the police, and you dang sure ain't going to tell them your husband struck you on the top of the head with a toe. So she left out the finger part because I don't think nothing was wrong with the finger. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I got a feeling, if anything, whenever he put the toad on her, I'm not saying that, she couldn't have possibly sprained her finger or, it hit her finger or whatever, if it actually happened the way they, said it happened or whatever. But I don't think that it broke. I don't think it broke her finger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think that she had a broke finger. It was too many red flags in the midst of that, the timing of it all, and the doctor's note, why we didn't mention it to the police officer. Like, hello, he mentioned the pepper spray. RH told the cops that she pepper sprayed him because they asked him if he wanted to press charges. And he should have. That's one thing I got to say. If RH, if you're watching this, that's one thing I feel like you dropped the ball on. I feel like if he would have pressed charges on her for pepper spray, because who the hell pepper sprayed a husband to go through his phone? Like, who? Child, I don't need to. You know what? That would be the day I would pack it up. Okay, before I gotta do all of that just to get in the ninja phone, I'm out of there, baby. That's what you call high self esteem. It's too many men out here to have to pepper spray a ninja to go in his phone. No, it ain't that serious. It's not that serious. But he definitely dropped the ball because she didn't care about you in that moment. She was so, and that's her impulsiveness is how you know she needs help. Because when you do certain things when you're impulsive and you're not considering the repercussions, the consequences, the after effects, the end results, when you ain't considering nothing, once everything is calmed down, that's a dangerous person, y'all. Keep that 911 call. That happened while she was overly impulsive and emotional. If your emotions make you do the most to that magnitude, that's a dangerous person. That is crazy. So if he would have pressed charges for that pepper spray, I feel like this whole situation would be, so we probably wouldn't even be talking about it. Everything else would be different. Everything would be different, in my opinion. But she didn't mention it. And it definitely wasn't because she was covering up for him, protecting her a bruiser, like they say. No. Because if she was protecting him, if, I cannot stress this enough. Victims slash real survivors know when we protect, we protect. We're not even gonna get the police involved. If we protect them, you ain't gonna call the cops if you protect them. No. And now I'm starting to feel like, hey, Ariane, I'm really starting to feel like, because when I think back to her saying, "Oh, I called the cops multiple times during the marriage," but they would always say, "Go to other rooms until y'all calm down or whatever," right? I put that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that screenshot back up too. But now I'm starting to feel like she saw opportunity that day, October 14th, 2022, to get him basically, and she took it. She took it because she knows that all their other verbal altercations, emphasis on verbal, because ain't no police officer gonna tell you to y'all go in separate rooms until y'all calm down if it's physical. No, somebody's going to jail, baby. Somebody's going to jail. Okay? But I feel like she seen an opportunity and she took it. She needed something that was going to stick and she took it. And she also set him up in that moment. Because if you really think about it, just like she say, my dad was there. If I'm such this bad person, why just go get my dad? Okay, why didn't you just not do what you did? Why didn't you wait till the situation calmed down? Because y'all had just been in an argument and you proceeded to wrestle him for his phone. When she say tussle, she gave the account of the story as if he was the aggressor. And it makes absolutely no sense to the logical thinker because you were the one after him for something. You was on him for his devices, not the other way around. So when you say, "Oh, that's how bad you didn't want me to get in your phone," no, that's how bad you wanted to get in his phone because that was his property. There's no way to spin this situation, y'all. At the end of the day, she could have avoided that whole encounter. She could have avoided it. But that comes when you have to be mature enough to avoid, to even think about avoiding certain situations, or just the whole process of avoiding. You have to be mature enough. You have to be a healed spirit. Okay, you can't be full of trauma and non-healed. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if my baby got. Oh, yeah. How you go warm my coffee and forget it? So, like I was saying, you have to. That takes healing, y'all. That takes maturity to see conflict and avoid it. When you used to that, when you a product of your environment, ain't no way you could tell me. Because I remember her saying on that platform where she did that interview with I think like three or four ladies, y'all. And one of the things she said was she attracts unhealed people, people with mommy daddy issues and this and that and that and this. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm starting to think that it's not so much that she attract them, but they attract her based on everything that I done seen, based on everything we done seen, her behavior, how she reacts, overly impulsive, overly emotional, full of rage. Like, it's really given that, and you could tell she said she was in therapy, child, but it don't give that because at, at some point of going through therapy, you have to thank you too. At some point of going through therapy, you have to have some type of resolve. Like, hey, Sid, you say, look, I can tell you why we back on the toe. I thought we were on the daddy. Well, I'm all over the place. This is this, I'm all over the place, Sid. Okay? Listen, I'm all over the place, child. I'm talking about everything. But we're going to get back to that too. We're going to get back to that too. I'm just talking about everything because I want to get it out. But y'all know how I do when I don't have nothing said. I'll be all over the place, child. What was I saying? Yeah, you have to be healed. You have to be mature to avoid that type of conflict. And she didn't because it's a lot of women saying, well, why didn't he go get her daddy or if you in the moment, like it's easy to say what you would and wouldn't do if you in. Yeah, yes, Raquel, Freestyle Friday. We gonna get back on him too, Micheline. Trust the plus. We back, which I feel like I never got off him. Now I might take a little break, do different topics of different people in the saga, but he's still in rotation, baby. That's why I said in the beginning, he over there quiet, talking in third person on that page, but I'm paying attention. Trust the plus, just like I told y'all, while they was acting like I think they really did break up, but she back over there because she posted a video dancing in his kitchen, child. So keep the play, y'all. One thing about her, she gonna let it be known that they are back in communication. She gonna let it be known. But her daddy wasn't going to do ish. She's wrong. Hey, Healing Hearts. Good one, Freestyle Friday. Yes, we got to start calling it that, y'all. We got to start calling our segments on Friday, Freestyle Friday. But make sure y'all hitting the like button. We got 5:30 in the building. Run them lights up for your girl. Okay. Um, what was I saying? I forgot. I forgot, y'all. Let's get back to this, y'all, and then we're gonna jump back on Sleepy because I got some more to say about him. But if y'all see this, any medical professionals in the chat, as y'all can see, the diagnosis, and if you know, for the most part, every state is different, right? But emergency rooms, I could say for the most part, from what I've seen, it's always pre-printed documents, like the summary. We call it a summary here, or discharge instructions, summary, whatever, because they give the summary on it of your visit, right? But this looked like it was typed on a regular computer. Look at how it is, y'all. It looks like it was typed on a regular computer. Period. It's nothing professional about this discharge summary. Hold on. My bad. No letterhead. It's just not professional. Like it's even, I don't know if it's crooked or not. I can't really tell because it's cropped off, but it looked like the top part of it is crooked. Is it? Yeah, it is crooked. Look, notice how this part is crooked, y'all. Like that is so unprofessional. You can tell that somebody hurry up and did this for her. Somebody probably Googled a doctor's summary or probably had an old one and typed this one up, but basically using the other one as an example. But this was the giveaway right here. Diagnosis: non-displaced fracture of, wait, let me pull it up on the screen because I can't really see it. Non-displaced, and it's no child. I wouldn't be surprised if Laomi ain't typed this because without it's no punctuation. Like it looks just like how she typed on her page. The grammar be all over the place, y'all. The punctuation be wrong or missing, non-displaced, and it's either gonna put a space right here between non and displaced or a little, I forgot what they call it, a little dash. Non-displaced fracture of proximal, I guess it's phalanx. Hope I did said that right. Phalanx of right index finger. Scalp contusion. Look how they capitalize scalp, but not contusion. This is so unprofessional, bruh. Victim. They capitalized victim, y'all, of intimate partner abuse with no space, and then they put it again. I'm so weak, bro. Like this is you could tell whoever typed this, they went to uh Colorado technical. Oh, Lord. Whoever typed this went to CTU. Ooh. Ooh, Jesus. Y'all, I swear. Whoever typed it, look, y'all, ain't no way. Ain't no way. It's no doctor that's going, not doctor child. It's no nurse, a person that actually works in registration that's going to make this many errors. This is something that was typed at home, not at a hospital. They not making it, one error here and there. Yeah, because it just depends. It just depends on if you're actually typing it up, but ain't no way somebody made it this far into medical in the medical profession with this many grammatical errors. Ain't no how did you pass English? Like basic English. How? Like how did they pass grammar? I don't understand it. So we gonna capitalize what like why are we capitalizing scalp and victim? Make it make sense. Why is there no punctuation here? Why is there no space here? Why is there no period? Like child, this is all so the whole thing, we just go with the whole paper is one big error. Child by. The paper also says this discharge instructions where is the instructions? You know what, September T Garden, you better call it out, girl. Okay? That's something we ain't never noticed. As long as this paper is floating around, we ain't never noticed. It says discharge instructions, but the only thing on there was the diagnosis. You better clock that mother T girl. Listen. Wow. That's it. Like that literally told everything. You could tell that it was somebody who was trying to hurry up and do a little quick one too to prove that a finger was allegedly broken, and they typed this up with the quickness, but not thinking about the errors that are involved. Like not even proofread. We just child. I feel like you playing on my intelligence with stuff like this. Like don't play with me like that. Don't like they really. I think she really think these people are dumb, y'all, and they gonna just take anything because that's what happened. It was her team that was floating this around. It was her team. I cannot believe that. That is crazy. Wait, hold up. Why is the time different right here? Current date. I didn't notice that either. Look, it say y'all see where it say current date? It says 10/14/2022, and then it says 1934. Uh, which would be what 7:34? Yeah, 7:34 p.m. Y'all, 1934, 7:34 p.m. But it say right here visit date, which you would think it would be the same thing. Current date and visit date, right? That's the same thing. But it says 10/14/2022 and 16, which is 4:03 p.m. Child. Make it make sense. Now I could see if it would have said time of arrival or something like that, and then it says discharge time or time of discharge or whatever like that. But visit date and current date should be the exact same thing. I'm so weak, but shout out to September for pointing out the fact that there are no discharge instructions. Oh, Jesus. Listen. And I know here, and when you go to the ER here, y'all, they give you multiple papers. Like that little stack of papers be thick for that little quick visit, child. You can go to the ER for asthma attack and you're going to have a whole stack of papers. Because on one of the pages, they'll have your diagnosis and all of that, what the doctor found and this and that. The next page, they'll have a summary and then they'll have discharge instructions on the third page, and it'll have your prescription if they give you one on the fourth page. Like that's how it is here. So this whole thing is a hot mess, child. A whole hot mess and a half. And I guarantee you, if this would have been submitted in court, they would have threw this in the trash. Because ain't no way. They don't even need a professional examiner to see that this is some cap. They don't even need that. They don't need a professional nothing. You know how they bring in the professionals to examine documents and screenshots and this and that, like how they did with Johnny Depp trial? They wouldn't even need a professional. And now it's really starting to register, y'all. It's really starting to make sense as to why she didn't even mention Bruce in her divorce situation. She didn't even mention it. It's not in the divorce decree. She did try to get alimony though, but they shut that down. How you That's another thing. Like for the ones who really don't understand the saga, who's conflicted about who to believe, even with all the proof, right? Go look at the divorce decree. It will literally tell you everything you need to know. If you've been in a saga, not even since the middle, you caught it at the very end. If you go and pull up that divorce decree, if you've been around a little while, then you know for the longest this girl was saying she put out her receipts online and she would say, like when people ask her something, she'd be like, I don't have to show you nothing. I'm saving my receipts for the judge. I'm saving my receipts for my lawyer. But none of that is in the paperwork. How is that? How is that? How is it that we got a divorce? We did DV panels, everything on social media to ruin this man's reputation. And then when we go to court for the divorce, none of that is mentioned. Even so much to where now he's using it against her in court. Ain't that ironic? Like if you go through the contempt paperwork and stuff like that, you can literally see where he's quoting her, defaming him on social media due to false DV accusations. He's putting it in the paperwork for the judge. So for the ones in the back, like y'all really need to pay attention. All y'all got to do is go pull up that divorce decree. It will tell you everything you need to know. Even if you go look at the motions, you can see where you can see who really held up the divorce and all of that. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Mary, for that Mother's Day cash out blessing, my love. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, my love. You did not have to do that, girl. Shout out to you. But you can I'm gonna go over that. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all want me to pull that divorce decree again and break it down for the ones in the back. Because the last time I went over it, I didn't go over the whole thing. I only went over a couple pages. That was it. But we can break it down. Let me know if y'all want to do that on one of the live streams, and we can do that. Because I don't understand some of these people. Like that's literally all you have to do. If you conflicted, if you don't know who to believe, all you got to do is go look at the divorce decree. It will tell you everything you need to know. And since I'm on the divorce decree, let's take this off. Because I don't, y'all like, talk. I thought we was talking about sleeping. We're going to get back to sleeping, y'all. We all over the place. We gonna get back to them, okay? But somebody sent this to me. Shout out to Queen Fee, because somebody made a comment in Queen Fee chat, and somebody sent me the screenshot of a troll. I don't know if it's a troll or what, child. I'll just say troll. And what the troll said was, God got Bree, honey, and the truth doesn't need no defending fee. You know that though. Be on the lookout for the real truth that RH made Bree sign a TPO from finishing his abusive ASS. Wait, when y'all read and see the part that has never hit the internet, be ready to say, I'm sorry this happened to you because no women deserve to be abused by anyone. RH is the false king and God is not to be mocked. Everything is going down, but the word of God to be continued. Okay, y'all, please, when y'all see, y'all should, at this point, y'all should already know what we dealing with. When I see stuff like that, I laugh because we have seen people literally take things and run with it. And this sector is known for that. Without fact checking, like, and that's the worst thing to do when you're a blogger is to not fact check. Because you can get sued. Okay. One. But the fact that this lady said RH made Bree sign a TPO from finishing his abusive ASS. I think she meant cease and desist, but yeah. But when I see that, please don't be alarmed. That's why I say I cannot take some of this stuff serious, y'all. Please, okay, let me break this down a little bit. Please tell me what type of sense does that make, right? So you mean to tell me he made her the person who's literally been antagonizing that man on the internet since the beginning, since October, right? Subliminal and directly. The person who was self-proclaimed a victim but doing all the antagonizing. The person who lied multiple times on the internet saying she filed for the divorce first, right? Um, was doing DV tours, right? All over the internet to prove that this man was abusive to her for 6 years, right? So you mean to tell me she withheld something? That's what we saying? He made her sign. He made her sign a TPO. I'm trying, y'all. He made her sign a TPO for half, so she only put half of the abuse out, right? I cannot take these people serious, y'all. Like, please make that okay. If that's the case, right? Because I remember, and this is what I think this lady probably was thinking of, but it's the delusion for me. If y'all remember, RH did I think he hit her with a cease and desist early on in the saga. One, because I remember around the time she got locked up for that nude photo, she was saying that was her last day for it and she could speak again or whatever. But also they signed mutual. This is what I think she's referring to. When they went to court, they signed in their divorce decree is mutual. My bad, y'all. I had to call. But it's a mutual agreement for neither party to speak on the other. So when you say you referring to something as if he made her or forced her sign something outside of that, please provide the proof. This is why they had to remove everything. This is why. This is why. So when y'all see her not speaking on the alleged abuse, it ain't because RH forced her to sign anything. It was a mutual thing, And Bruce wasn't brought up in court. It wasn't brought up in court. Because I know one thing: if I am a victim of a ninja, especially DV, I'm not signing nothing that's telling me I gotta shut up. My story is gonna get heard. Period. But she didn't even tell the judge she had a story. So let me shut up. Make it make sense, baby. All you gotta do is go and pull the decree. That's it. Pull the decree. She told us that man was holding up the divorce. She said he wanted half her money. She said she filed first. She done told us so many lies to where, and if y'all remember, let me see my OGs in the chat. Let's see how many OGs I got in the chat. If y'all remember, this is petty, but early on, back in November 2022, a month after the DV situation hit the internet waves, right? If somebody put out or had somebody put out some divorce papers, right? You know how you can go online and uh it's some pre-printed papers and you can print them out and it's like 500 to file. If y'all know what I'm talking about, I forgot the name of the site. Something legal, maybe Legal Zoom. I think you can do that. Like if you don't have no, if it's a non-contest, I think it got to be a non-contested divorce or whatever, right? You can just print out the papers and I think it's like 500 to file. But because I keep hearing people say, well, she actually was the one who filed first, or it don't even make sense. If she filed first, she would have filed first. If she filed first, she would have beat him to it. He filed first. What more proof do you need at the fact that they separated in October, or it's been filed to December? So she could have been beat him to it. And there are actual receipts out there to show she still wanted her marriage. But she was telling y'all on the forefront that he wasn't ish. SHIT. He ain't ish. He's abusive. He's this, he's that. But behind the scenes, she was crying. Oh, and that's going to be in my premiere too. But behind the scenes, she was crying because she wanted that marriage. That's why she didn't file. Are we forgetting that there's audio out there with her, with R8 talking about the divorce? He's filing divorce. She's like, if she wanted to be a beast, she can just drag him in and out of court, and not sign nothing. He even had to tell her that's not how that works here. If you don't sign, they will sign it for you. That don't sound like somebody who wanted a divorce or who filed first. She was on the phone telling him, you don't need me to go up there with you. This is why I cannot take this serious, y'all. Like, it's the receipts are out there. If you want to be stuck in delusion, oblivion, like, we too old to be manipulated and gaslit when we can literally go look for the receipts ourselves. Y'all, a lot of y'all might not like me, right? And I ain't talking about my people. I'm talking about the ones that be in the bushes. Not all the bush watchers, because I got big supporters in there be in the bushes too. Shout out to y'all. But I'm talking about the trolls that watch me. But you can't deny it ain't no gaslighting, ain't no manipulating in my receipts. All of my receipts are from the horse's mouth. Just watch the clips. That's it. Watch the clips. If you want if you want to know what really be going on behind the scenes, watch them clips, baby. Watch the videos. I'm talking about the older videos, the ones where I would make them long videos with. I'm talking about literally straight from the horse's mouth. Okay, that's it. Like the receipts are out there. But back to the divorce paperwork situation, because I have this receipt also. But around the time when those papers were put out here, They were trying because they was trying to, get ahead of it because RH hadn't already filed. But shout out to the Keeping Up with the LaTruth group, because they the ones who clocked this tea right here. With those papers, they also put out information, a lawyer's information, right? Basically saying, oh yeah, she filed first and she got an attorney. Shout out to the Keeping Up with the LaTruth people, because what they did was they contacted that attorney. And guess what that attorney was for? Let's see who Let me see how many OGs can put the answer to that in the chat. Who remember? Who remember what that attorney was for? That Laonia, that they said Laonia had for her divorce, that was handling her divorce proceedings. Who remembers what that lawyer specialized in? Tamika used to know. If Tamika don't know, listen, because she been around since the beginning. Who remember what that attorney specialized in? She was still giving him relations also, and still started to, yep, showed up to his house with lingerie on and a trench coat, baby, thinking that little snapper thing could get that man back. But RH, of course, like any man, he took it and kept pushing. He took it and kept it pushing. Miss Veronica. No, Tamika. You talking about, no, not that attorney. I'm talking about from when she initially, remember when this was back in November of 2022, but Miss Veronica got it. It was a small claims accident attorney. It had, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on, because I got that receipt, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. They put that out there. They put that out there. And of course, the people behind the Keeping Up with the LaTruth clocked that T like they did everything else. Everything was being rebutted. But that's when you're being deceptive, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're being deceptive. That's why it's good to be honest, because stuff like that always get clocked. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I might be able to find that receipt real quick. Let's see. I might have to what the lights looking like, y'all? We liking or we lacking? We got 522 in the building. We should be good. We should be at least 475 likes now. We shouldn't have too many trolls in here. Let me see if I can find that receipt for y'all. I have to go look at my other photos. Bear with me. Give me a little time. Thank you, Mila. Give me a second. I'm gonna read it. Let me see if I can pull this receipt up. I might have to. And I hate when I can't find a receipt right away, especially when. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I'm gonna be mad too if I can't find that receipt, because I know I got it. I seen it the other day when I was looking for something else. I always see them. I always see certain receipts and laugh about it when I'm looking for something completely different. Um, Hold on, y'all. I'm still looking. Oh, look, it's right here. Okay, so, I'm gonna read it to y'all. I ain't gonna put it up. So The post was made. It says, this is by her Hive people. It says, here is the proof that Bree paid a returner fee for a divorce lawyer on December 15th. However, she was told they would handle the child custody first and then the divorce would be filed. First of all, make that make sense, y'all. Please make that part make sense. That's all I'm gonna say. Before this is why I couldn't be on the other side. Because you can't just tell me anything, especially things without logic. Like you can't just tell me anything and I'ma run with it. No. If it don't make sense, I'm questioning it. What's up, Real Talk with Pratt? What's up, bro? Hey Ayana. Shout out to y'all. Yes, thank y'all. Please hit that like button. Hey Empress E baby. You can't just tell me anything. Like make child first of all, who tells you that? Oh, we gonna handle the child custody first, then we gonna file the divorce. What? Filing the divorce ain't nothing but filing, submitting some paperwork, and paying the fee. That's it. That's how you know there was cap. So they say before they were able to file the divorce, Robert beat her to it and filed on December 20th. So So she dropped everything and allowed him to take the lead. After that, she switched and got a better lawyer. She left you first, bud. Hashtag free big three. Right? So first of all, I think he filed December 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was December 2022. So let me go to the next one. So they put the paperwork in this post right here that was made. They put the screenshot. You can see Bree Nell in the picture where she screenshot the phone where it was messages between her. Well, she didn't show the whole thing. She just showed like the attorney sending her an email and then to her name. And then it says December 15th, 2022. And it says payment submitted to Samuel Johnson and Associates, right? So they post that. So shout out to Keeping Up with the Truth because they decided to go and look up that attorney. And this attorney handles, and I quote, personal injury attorney, accounting, tax preparation, financial planning, business valuation, investment advisory services, retirement planning, and estate planning. Yeah, that was the attorney, y'all. So it was like the fact that here's the crazy part though, right? We're still forgetting about that big old gap in between the separation and the actual filing of the divorce. If y'all remember, the data stuff happened not December, child, October 14th, 2022. Even in the police incident report, you can see where the cop said, Miss Hampton gathered what she could take and she left the residence with her father, right? So I don't know where they went stay, child, but if y'all remember during the saga, she ended up getting her own house, or he stayed in that house for a little while, but he ended up leaving and having to break the lease because what he needs to stay in that big old house for. And I remember him on live saying that the only reason why he got that house in the first place is because of her. They was in another house and she was complaining about a pool or a basement or something, child. So he ended up getting that house because she wanted that house. And then they ended up separating or whatever. So, but he ended up breaking the lease, and that's when the $7,000 came into the play that is now she's now being sued for in a judgment, right? Um, but yeah, that was the attorney, y'all. But the time frame, October 14th, 2022, December. If she filed first wanted, because here's the thing, if that's the case, why did she keep getting online saying she filed first? Even she said that even after December. So I'm confused. She said that so many times, and I put it in my premiere. Y'all, let me stop being petty. Y'all gonna see it, but she said so many times, I filed first. Y'all better quit believing the liar. I left that ASS. He did not leave me. Like, so she even had Naya lie for her and say she filed her. No, because she was behind the scenes trying to reconcile that marriage. That's why she didn't file first. She wanted her husband. She wanted her husband. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's wrong when you're lying about it. That's when it becomes wrong. But because a different narrative was painted publicly, of course we can't come out here and say what it really is because we done already lied to y'all and told y'all that it was something else. Yeah. Like, come on now. That girl wanted that man. That man was good to her and them cheering. Point blank and the fear. No, their marriage wasn't perfect. Yes, it was toxic. For one, they got married too fast. Ain't no 3 months or nothing, child. They took that honeymoon stage to a whole nother level. You know, when you first get in a relationship, they consider that the honeymoon stage because everything is good. Complete love and bliss, child. You be walking on clouds. You and him doing everything to impress each other. But she wanted her husband. And they know that. They know that's why I don't understand why they out here trying to paint this man as a monster when the receipts are out there. This is why I can't wait to drop this premiere. I'm about to get off this live so I can try to hurry and finish it. Because I really want to drop it tonight, but it might not upload. It might take a while to upload, y'all, because it's like I said, it's about an hour long almost. And those type of premieres and videos take a while to upload because the file is so big. But she wanted her husband. Period. Y'all, and that's why I understand because these people heard the same audios we heard. We all heard the same audio. We all heard her crying to Kevin saying, I just want my marriage to get back to how it was. I would do anything to fix my marriage. You know, it's my first marriage. I want to be a better wife. Like, what? We all heard. I would respect her more if she would have came out here and said, "Yes, I made a mistake. I brought my marriage, my you know, my marriage, my business to the internet. You know, and I said some things in the heat of the moment, but I still want my husband." Baby, that's what you call transparent. That's what you call giving somebody something to look to. That's true accountability. When you recognize that you effed up big time and you said stuff you didn't mean, just like how Foot Me came out here and called Rex a PDF file and then double back and came out here and apologized and said we all say stuff like that when we upset. I can't relate to that. I'm sorry. I might say you ugly or you crusty when I'm upset, but I ain't gonna call you a PDF file, okay? Listen, ain't no way, child. Like, come on now. She could have did it that way, telling people what it really is. But no, when you bitter and you scorned because she hadn't really started feeling herself, y'all, to the point where she started looking down on him. Think about the things she was saying publicly about him. She started calling him ugly. She started talking about his teeth. She started calling him Lil Bill. She started basically saying everything the trolls were saying. His manhood small. She was miserable. All of these things she was saying online, but behind the scenes, crying for this man. And I no exaggeration, crying for this man. She wanted her husband, but was putting a different front on for public validation. And that's the craziest part. And this is why I don't think she will. You know how when she said on that audio, I can't heal from you? I can't heal from you. She said that. She wouldn't, I don't honestly, y'all, I don't believe she will ever heal from him because he's the one that got away. And that's not to paint him as a perfect man because y'all know what they be saying. Oh, they think RH, but no, he's just like any other man, just like the men y'all giving a pass to. He ain't above them to where y'all can't give him a pass for the past, just like them. But she still wanted her husband, and she allowed the internet to help her lose her husband. And then look what happened next. She went from her husband to child Boogergate. And he put her through complete hell. So imagine losing your husband because of you and your internet shenanigans, and then getting to another relationship and it's complete hell. Even worse than what you claim your marriage was. She ain't gonna heal from that man. That's why she's still subbing him today. It's gonna take a lot for her to heal from RH. A whole lot. And she ain't even started it yet. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what she come out here and say. She ain't started her healing from that marriage yet. And it's 2 years later. And ain't no getting under another man gonna make you heal. Because you're gonna still harbor that trauma, that resentment, and all of that. All of that will still be harbored until you acknowledge it. Acknowledge your wrong. Child. Mila says, greetings. Listen, I'm just supporting your goal as we all should have able. RH will get custody. I speak that daily. Hashtag free Momo. There shall be no more Lionias. Again, free Momo. I agree. And when it comes to that, thank you for that, Mila, my love. You're so cute. Thank you for that. Hey, I am her. What's up, boo? Because I see a lot of people talking about, what they think is gonna come from uh the court situation, right? So me personally, this is just my opinion, y'all, and my knowledge based on these type of situations. Um, it's a lot of factors, right? It depends on, and I said this before, it depends on the judge. It depends on that judge's mood. It depends on that judge's beliefs. It because I feel like even in court there are still some bias. Don't let that go over your head, okay? It depends on the severity of the contempt, how they look at those contempts. It's a lot of factors, y'all. Which contempts they will uphold. All of that has to be taken into account, right? So depending on all that, I personally, this is my opinion. I feel like it can go one or two ways. Either the judge might grant full custody to the father or switch the roles and give him what she got and her what he got, or they will give her a final warning, a very strict final warning to uphold everything outlined in the divorce decree. And then if she get another contempt, then they will give the custody to the father. That's my opinion. I can't tell you if that's gonna happen. That's why I listed all the factors that have to be outlined. That's just my opinion. Based on everything I've seen, based on all the contempts, is also going. You also have to look at how many contempts have already been uh broken, whatever you want to call it, child. How many times they done been to court for contempt already? I don't remember. I know one for sure. I know one for sure. And when it comes to the contempts, you have to also take into account which contempt involves the child custody. That also, because it can be contempt as far as her breaking anything uh involving the divorce situation or whatever. But the custody is totally different. So you got to look at all that. But the judge, they gonna consider everything. They gonna consider everything. That's why I say. That's why I keep saying court of public opinion and real court is two totally different things. Two totally different things. Hey, Cree. Hey, Hill with Tree. So you got to really look at everything. You got to really look at everything, because they can also do it temporarily, where the judge could, um, as a punishment, grant RH temporary full custody for a time period as a punishment. I've seen that done before also. So you never know. You never know. It's hard to say what's gonna happen, you know, if you're not actually in the judge's shoes. It just depends, y'all. It depends. But it's some serious things. Um, it's some very serious things as far as the dad's charge or whatever, that indecent I think was it indecent? I think it was indecent, whatever. That they gonna definitely take that into account. Regardless if he's on the registry or not, he still was convicted. Hence why he had community service, a fine, and supervised probation. So they will definitely take that into account because that is definitely in their divorce decree. Period. And he has proof. He has proof. He can prove. He can prove that was definitely went against in the divorce decree. She definitely went against that insert. Whereas her dad, so that one will definitely be taken serious. Um, and who knows? RH might have some other stuff as far as neglect or whatever. Because if I can recall, wasn't she just on live crying about um there being evidence, but they still chose to throw it out? So you never know. I'm gonna just say that you never know because you never know what else he has. You never know what else he has, and you never know what Momo done told her dad, right? Because kids talk. Don't let that go over your head. While these people on the internet, yeah, while these people on the internet talking that cash money is, babies talk. Trust the plus. And none of us, this side nor that, know what that baby done told her dad. Period. Because I'm pretty sure she done seen a whole lot of ish. Because she done been around a Bruce and left home alone. All of that since that man been out that house. She done been around a whole lot. And you could tell by the videos that RH posts with baby girl that she talks to her dad. Okay? One thing about them little girls, they gonna give you an earful. When I tell you, when my kids go meet their daddy, let me just say Ham, okay? Because the boy's different, but Ham is a true Scorpio baby. When she come back home, she be. If y'all notice, think about it. For my ones that's the ones that really know me and that be on my lives every time I go live, even during the week, right? Y'all can attest to this. When Ham get back from school, what she do? She comes straight to me to start telling me what happened at school. And when I tell you I have to literally sit down with her for about 30, 45 minutes, she baby, she give me a whole earful. She could tell me every child, everything that did happen, what she heard, who did what, who liked who. Child, she be telling me everything. And she do the same thing when she go to her people. So and you here, and this is what I don't like, right? When you sit in your kids with other people, especially question marks, you supposed to question your child anytime. I don't care who my kids go with. I'm questioning them when they get back. Period. Because people fail to realize that it's not uncommon for a family member to violate your child. That's normally how it happens. If you look at the statistics, it ain't normally a stranger because we are programmed to keep our kids away from strangers, not our relatives. That's all you when you hear people talk about that. Oh, don't talk to strangers. Da, 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 da. But guess what? The guard is down when it comes to family members. But it's up to you as a parent to let your kids know that you don't allow a family member to violate you also. Or if it's uncomfortable, you talk to your kids about what's not supposed to happen between a family member and a child. What they not supposed to do. The red flags, the sign. That's the part I don't understand when I hear people saying, "Oh, I don't think he would do nothing to them kids," or is you crazy? You don't the child, are we leaving it up to what we don't think? Some of these people are weird, bro. I be having secondhand embarrassment like a mother. That don't make no sense. I'm not leaving because it only take one time to take a child's innocence away. One time. That's it. They can't get that back. For the ones that will leave it up to, I don't think they would do this. All right, child, listen. That be the one. That be the one. The ones we don't think would do it. Duh. I'm pretty sure any victim wouldn't think it would be their uncle, their brother, their daddy, their cousin, their family friend, the one they mama tell them to call uncle. Child, nobody thinks it would be them. All of the people who are victims of SA, I'm pretty sure they didn't think it was gonna be that person either. Y'all gotta stop. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. Now I could see if he didn't have that charge and y'all saying it. That's different. But the fact that he has it and y'all giving flowers and the benefit of the doubt, no. When you see something like that, that automatically means to put up extra precaution. Period. We ain't giving no benefit of no doubt. We ain't leaving it up to hope. No. We're gonna do everything necessary. That's what you call a real parent. While y'all trying to chastise and crucify this man for taking extra precaution, what about the mama who ain't? Let's not forget about her. Huh. While we leaving cameras in all the rooms. Yeah. Let's not forget about the mama who ain't. This is so backwards. I just don't understand it, child. I don't understand it, y'all. It's so backwards. Like, how are we crucifying the one that's taken? This is a situation where I feel like if you ain't got something to say that sound logical, that makes sense, just sit it out. Just sit it out, child. Cause ain't no way. This is why I would pick the side that I advocate on anything. NT day, baby. Because when it comes to the situations at hand, they don't have no PDF files on this side. They don't have no SAers on this side. None of that. Opposed to make it make sense. So it's like child by ain't no way. Or so we gonna ignore the black and white. We gonna ignore the for sure. But we gonna hold up speculation on what shoulda, coulda, woulda. We're gonna just accuse with no black and white, but when it's actual black and white, we're gonna ignore it. Child by. You cannot make this up, y'all. You cannot make this up. Make it make sense, please. Because it ain't making none, y'all. I just don't get it, y'all. But back to Sleepy, y'all. It ain't too much I have to say on him. That's why I kind of switched it up a little bit. Because it ain't much, everything he did, we done went over already. But just calling out the hypocrisy of him and what he's been doing. To be honest, I ain't even looked on his page in a while, and nobody sent me nothing from his page in a while. So I don't know if he's still posting stuff. Because to be honest, I'm over him. We can see what he's doing, y'all. It's obvious what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the clout, all about the motion, all about sucking, you know what, when it comes to lie on you. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna crucify one man for actually being involved with his child, and that's the crazy part. The man is actually, so we're gonna crucify him because he's involved and say, oh, he ain't a real daddy. He doing it for the camera. He doing this. He doing that. But the one you don't see at all doing anything gets swept under the rug. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. And this is why I constantly stress the fact that, y'all, regardless if RH got a camera in his hand or not, those memories, those moments are still being made for that child. You can't take that away from her. Everything she's doing with her daddy, when she's with her daddy, you cannot take that away from her. You could say what you want all day long, or what you feel it's for, whether it's you feel it's real or it's for the camera. It's real for that baby. It's real for that baby. So regardless if he recording or not, he still gotta pay money to get in the museum. He still gotta pay money to get in the zoo. He still gotta pay money to go eat out, go to the movies, go pay money to go to the aquarium, pay to buy her clothes when she with him. All of that. So the money gotta come from somewhere. Why not KILL, two birds with one stone? Well, I can spend time with my child and make my coin. That's the part I don't understand. Like, why are we calling this man a D beat because he's filming? That's his job. He been a content creator. It wasn't a problem before. Ain't that what the mammy do too? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that Laonia's job as well? When she put baby girl on the camera, it's, oh, that's so cute. Y'all twinning. Da, 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 da. But when he do it, oh, he working her. Oh, he slaving her. Oh, he putting her to work. Child, what? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. They don't get that man no type of credit. That's the crazy part. Like, every little thing gets called out. He gets no credit at all. At all. And that's why I say you got to think about the child. Bump how you feel, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he could care less how you feel. But it's about how that baby feels. She's getting those memories with her dad, and she gonna remember that for the rest of her life. Just like how for the ones in the back, because I didn't see y'all. They talk about everything else, but I didn't see them make a video when he bought her that little unicorn. Just recently, where the unicorn literally records the song. You sing to it, and it records your voice singing. And the first song she thought of was her Amora song. Amora. I forgot the words now. But that was the first song she thought of at 5 years old. That's a prime example right there of how her daddy is making an impact. She could have sung anything because she's a very smart baby. Think about them TikTok dances she be doing with her mama and her daddy, and she be singing the words. She could have thought of anything, but the first song that came to mind was the song her daddy been singing to her since she was in her mama's stomach. But y'all won't say nothing about that though. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Lakey. Thank you for your support, my love. I just don't understand, y'all. Like, I ain't seen not one person talk about that. I brought it up, of course, but I ain't seen nobody that blogs against him saying it. And y'all know they watch everything he do. But I ain't seen nobody blog and say, oh, look at how baby girl remembered the song that her daddy made for her. So she remember that. I'm pretty sure everything else they're doing is memories for her. Just like if we would, when we was kids. Because people can say what they want, but yes, little girls love their mom. That's a fact. But that father daughter relationship is different. The impact that it makes for just a father's absence. Think about the impact over a daughter's life when her father is absent. That contributes to the type of men she look for, all of that. That's why the saying says a father is a girl's first love. The father shows that his daughter how a man should treat her and how he treats her mom. Make it make sense. So it's like y'all they working hard to take that away from him. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. But uh, when you don't think like certain people, you'll never get it. But anyways, that's all I got, y'all. I'm about to get off here so I can try to finish this premiere and try to drop it. If I can't drop it tonight, if it takes too long to upload, it's gonna be early in the morning, y'all. Be early in the morning. We're gonna be watching the premieres. Hopefully I can drop it tonight though. I'm gonna try to rush and finish the last little editing and try to get it out tonight so we can watch it together. If not, it'll be in the morning. But I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of y'all Friday. I gotta go run an errand real quick before it gets too late. I gotta go by my sister. But yeah. Y'all will see if I drop it tonight. If not, it's gonna be in the morning. But I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
That goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always had a black holes. Whoa, 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 whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block holes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cause you know I block holes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block